Tea brought to you by StadiumSide, where we bring you everything, all the thrilling events happening in the pitch during the 90 minutes. And of course, this is Amarachi Ademoko, the phenomenal voice, and
Emmanuel Embrace.
I also have
Amadi Chijoki Divine, DJ Dika Divine.
And the black Oibo here on it.
Black Oyibo. Okay.
Black or yellow?
Yes.
No, that Black Oyibo.
The black is in.
The black is.
Don't worry.
Voila. That's how Nigerians they behave. Talking about Nigerians, you know how AFCON they go. Like, it shock some people like DJ Dika Divine.
You know, shock me anything.
If they shock you.
What did shock me?
He wants to jinx Super Eagles in this AFCON.
How?
But you know, go. Super Eagles, I don't tell them, I say, nah, then go win this tournament. And
Win.
Let me start with Emirates. At least the person will
Yes, everybody they laughing.
will get the least negative.
Because you won Tanzania and
What's your assessment of the matches so far?
Well,
Up and down.
it was pretty much expected. Like I said there in the previous video, I expect the Super Eagles to top the group because it's a pretty easy group when you compare to other teams.
Very easy.
Do you understand? But then, like I said, also, I don't expect the Super Eagles going beyond the semi-finals.
So you're already
Well, at
giving
least you
them
have-
semi-finals ticket.
Well, at least you have the least negative vibe.
Man, can't decide.
I know. If I have my way, I will just pass. Which guy? What's this Super Eagles doing?
Super Eagles will not win the AFCON.
Exactly.
Their guy aside.
Whose side? We are in
We are in the
stadium side. This is stadium side now. So
Let's go.
they will not win the AFCON because a team that wants to win the tournament, look at what happened against Tunisia. That is how you know the depth of this. A lot of Nigerians are saying, why remove Onyeka? Who they go put? Who they go put? Is it Obere, Nade, or who?
We have a certain Rafael here.
Yeah, Onyeka is not a central midfielder. Rafael Onyeka is an attacking midfielder. You saw him in Club Brugge. He plays up front. Against Manchester City, he's not a player that will hold the ball and want to mark for you. Onyeka do not mark. Onyeka marks. That is the difference. The two central midfielders we went to this AFCON with is Frank Onyeka and Tochukwu Nade. Those are the central. If you watch Tochukwu Nade in the other 20, indeed is defensive.
Yes, but then he
Can also go up from. Say three of them, okay, they have the defensive instinct and they can hold the ball and also go further. Now, the rest are attack-minded players. So you look at the team you have going into the continent. Will you look at the South African side that we've seen play so far, 2 matches, or look at the Egyptian side that against South Africa, they got a red card in the first half. They were still able to hold on to their win against South Africa. Or you see the Malian side that drew Morocco. If you meet a tactical side in this AFCON, you cry. Against Tanzania, the Super Eagles were lucky to win. Look at what Mozambique has done to Gabon. There are tactical sides that we've not met yet. So let's chill. This Nigeria will win. Let's chill.
still early.
I think, is it the Bible that said it or is Cosmos that said it?
That's
Blessed are those who do not expect, for they shall not be disappointed.
okay.
Now
You have said it now.
Now you talking. Black Oyibo.
Well, it's too early. This is group stage, and the only very good thing is that 2 matches, 2 wins. But against Tunisia, you don't do that. 3-0 up, comfortable, and then you go as far as conceding 2 goals. The last 10 minutes was like, God have mercy. The referee should blow the final whistle so that 3 points will be in the back. I don't know what Chair was, thinking, removing Onyeka, and then every other thing collapsed like a pack of cards. The former Manchester United player, Hannibal Mejbri, he wasn't as prolific as he was when Onyeka left. So it was total chaos for the
Exactly.
Super Eagles in the last 10 minutes. If not for, let's talk about the fact that they've gotten 3 goals already. That game would have ended.
I think it was 1-0 they for collect.
They would have collected like 2-1, or at least it will end the draw. But then Tunisia played well. Let's not, take away that
Nigeria
from them.
played better.
Nigeria played well, but I don't believe they played better.
Nigeria played better.
They got their chances, scored the goals, but apart from that, here's the first. What's his name now? The Atlanta man, Lookman. Very good play also on the day. Very good, fantastic
exceptional,
play.
yeah.
He was exceptional, and then they go from Victor Osimhen. You expect that, Once the cross is
After missing lots of chances.
forget about the chances. At least he
Once
has
the cross
scored
is
that one.
right, exactly.
Once the cross is right, you expect that
The
he
goal.
will get a
Convert
very
it.
good head on the ball, and that's what happened.
What about the chief that is supposed to be on his throne?
No. See, they see when it comes to Nwabali, I know you're talking about Nwabali.
No, you're saying no. Why are you saying no?
For the
What?
goals conceded, during that game, I do not blame Nwabali for any of them.
What do you think I wanted to say?
You said the chief.
I said, what about the chief in the team? And say,
Why you telling that to chief there now?
aside the goal, yes, I'm talking about Wabali. No, don't make any case for Wabali, please.
I'm
not
not
making
making a case
No,
for him.
no,
I only said-
excuse me,
I only
let me
said
land. No,
for
no.
the goals
You are
Nigeria
saying no,
conceded,
the
I do
goals-
not think Nwabali
Well,
is to blame for any of the goals
The
we
first
conceded.
goal. What will you say
What
about
will
the
you say
first
about
goal?
the
No,
first goal?
now you saw what happened to him. He slipped.
What happened to him? He slipped.
Oh, guys,
Okay, he was
you
sleeping
should
on the
be
field of play.
alert.
What happened to
You
his
are a
house?
goalkeeper. What are you saying?
He twisted his
You are the
ankle.
last.
See.
I don't want to believe that. We all saw that game. I don't want to believe that.
Exactly. You saw how awkward he was on the floor.
My brother.
You saw how awkward he was on the floor.
This is what you're saying is because you are here. Had it been that game had gone the other side,
And
Nwabali,
you know that first goal gave them the momentum
Exactly.
to drive at the Super Eagles.
because
It
at
was
some
just
point
that.
they lost hope. They felt discouraged.
Immediately it was 3-0. Look at
They were playing in the house.
yes.
They got that one goal. I don't know
That
where
first goal
the
gave them the
motivation
momentum.
came
And
Yes,
then you
now.
talk about the penalty that came. If not for, let's just say Nigeria were lucky, and of course they were 3 goals up at the moment, will you be telling us that
And to think about that penalty, I don't know why players always do that. Why would you even be dragging a player in the 18-yard box? Because anything can happen. If you had even pushed him down, it would have still been a penalty.
yeah, some defenders do that and they get away with it. That's just the truth. Sometimes you find that you want to, upend your attacker a little bit so that he won't be so balanced to get anything on the ball. So I think that was all he was doing.
me, the
But
big-
unfortunately, he, used his hand and that was a penalty.
for me, the big question is, does the Super Eagles have the players? Because, okay, we'll talk about our defense. Aside from Bassi, that plays with Fulham, we had those Ajayi play. Semi Ajayi is in the championship.
He's in the championship.
Osei Samuel is in the
Osei
championship.
Samuel is in the
Even in the championship, Osei Samuel does not start games.
He's not a regular.
He's not a regular starter.
And then they left.
Then look at our live back. Saidu, yes, he played for FC Porto, but how many matches does he start?
He's not also a regular.
Then, who is the deputy? Bruno Imechi, Olympiacos, a bench warmer too. So if you look at, we've read in is in Besiktas in Turkey. Onyeka, Brentford is not a starter. Because we know them, we feel they are superstars compared to other teams. I saw Cameroon and Ivory Coast players today.
Oh.
I mean,
What
come
was it
on.
about Senegal?
Oh, Senegal.
Yeah.
With that, I think 17 or 18-year-old that gave the assist
Yeah,
to Mane.
yes.
Fantastic play. And this is exactly what we are trying to say. If Super Eagles should progress beyond the round of 16, which I expect them to do because they have qualified already.
Yeah.
The only thing they're up for grabs, I think maybe
To top the
top
group.
the group.
Yeah.
So they don't need a draw against Uganda to
yes,
top.
to top the group, which I believe they will get, except something catastrophic happens.
Or voodoo.
No,
What do you mean
not talk about
voodoo?
Oh, this Eric Chell sister.
Idioko, remember. So the next team they will be facing will be third place group team in Group A, in Group B, or in Group F, with the way it is at the moment. Let's assume they top the group. So are you going to tell me that they can't win and progress beyond the round of 16? But beyond this stage, you now talk about meeting the likes of Senegal, the likes of Morocco,
Egypt.
the likes of Egypt,
Cote d'Ivoire,
Algeria,
Cote d'Ivoire.
Cameroon.
Cote d'Ivoire, who we know that except at least these 5 teams that I've mentioned, at least 4 of them will progress beyond the round of 16.
Yes.
So if you meet these teams now, are you banking that Super Eagles will put up a very fantastic play against one of these teams?
Our strength is just in the attack.
No.
Akko Adams, we've not mentioned about
Which
Akko
Hey, that
you
guy has
talk
been
about the
so
attack,
angular.
The
which
attack
must progress through the midfield.
And so if, like the Tunisia game, if Iwobi is out, you see that connection between the midfield and the attack
Will be lost.
It will be lost.
Exactly.
And sometimes it will affect Lookman.
Yes.
Because
he-
we saw that in the first
he has
game
to
against
come
Arsenal.
in.
He has
yes,
to come in and pick up the ball.
Pick up the ball, before going up front. But one player that have actually, brought the other side of him at this AFCON is Akwa Adams for me.
He's not been mentioned enough. In fact, he's not getting the amount of flowers he deserves.
Yes, everybody's saying Osimhen. Yeah, Osimhen scored, but look at the contribution of Akwa Adams. Exactly. And even Lookman, before Lookman started scoring and giving the assists, the work rate.
Yes.
He comes to the midfield to get the ball and then
moves forward.
Yeah,
talking about personally, I'm praying that we don't meet any of those teams.
Leave out prayer. Leave
for
out
you
prayer.
for you to win AFCON, now you must win the best teams.
But we've not met them. We've always been lucky. Like recent times, like just like you said, if Nigeria wins, they're going to meet third place team in any of these groups. Somewhere those other ones are going to meet third place team. But sometimes they get so unlucky that those third places. Just imagine Mali drawing Morocco. If you were in quarters or round of 16, it's going to go to penalties, right? Yeah. And you know how penalties are. Even the worst team can win the penalty. Course, yeah. So that's how it was.
Like we did against South Africa in the last AFCON.
No, we were not worse than South Africa in the last AFCON.
No, I said like we did against South Africa.
You're not even confident saying it. Your voice just dropped.
Don't be like that. Nigeria are going to win and we're going to win comfortably. Anyways, looking at their performance so far, they will get to round of 16.
Let's look at the positives.
Okay.
What do you think is the Super Eagles has going for them?
The only thing they have is the attack.
It's the attack now. What else?
Every other thing.
But midfield is not bad either.
The midfield is zero. It's not, apart from nothing is in the man midfield.
There's nothing in that midfield for me.
There's nothing in that midfield.
We can just say, okay, let's single out one player, Onyeka, and maybe Iwobi.
Yeah.
Yes, he's been fantastic.
Ndidi has been up.
Ndidi, see, when Ndidi meets a strong force, he might Hannibal now. If Ndidi meets remember he's old. He's not the Ndidi used to know.
I'm talking about he got his first goal ever.
He's not the Ndidi, yes, that you used
after
to know.
10 years.
Like I felt
so fantastic moment for him.
And first goal at the AFCON. I mean, that celebration, he has to do that celebration. I wish I could see him because the person he wears, that used to wear jersey number 4, talking about Papilo Kano, played in 4 AFCONs and didn't score a goal.
Yeah, it's true.
So did he have to score?
And he never won the tournament also.
Papilo, yes. So it was emotional then.
It was really, I felt emotional too. Like it was nostalgic. I'm like, oh my God. After how many matches you played for Spikes and you never got your goal, then your first goal, very important too because it helped us. If not with those 3 goals ahead, I don't want to talk about that much, but Spikes did well in that one. Moving forward, and now meeting Uganda, what's the score line? I mean, we're supposed to trash them.
You are supposed to trash Uganda.
That's believe.
But you're not Nigerian.
That's believe. Uganda will be fighting anyway, knowing that there is a
doorway. They still got a chance.
If they beat the Super Eagles, there is a third place option.
4 points, and they will get
one of the third best losers.
But the same way Tunisia will be fighting too.
Tunisia has 3 points already. So what Tunisia needs to do is to make sure they don't lose to Tanzania.
That's what I'm saying. But so Tanzania is not really a walkover.
If Tunisia draws Tanzania, they have 4 points.
4 points.
Then if what do they call them? Uganda beats Nigeria.
4 points also.
4 points.
So Nigeria is
both
beatable.
of them will have a very good chance of
qualifying.
Right. But then again, I think we actually had a difficult time playing Tanzania than Tunisia.
No, I want to believe it's Tunisia. Tunisia gave us more
scared.
Wait, she's looking at the first half. Then the Super Eagles outrun them in the first half, yes. But the second half was...
But even with the outrunning in the first half, how many clear-cut chances did Super Eagles create?
We got more chances than them.
But Tunisia...
It's not about that. I'm not comparing the chances we created to the chances they created because I don't even think they got a shot on target in the first half.
No, they didn't.
But what I'm saying is you have a larger chunk of the ball possession.
Would have
how many how many chances, how many shots on target did the Super Eagles create in the first half? Very few. Check the stats again. It was in the second half that they came out to play more, and then we got the first goal, got the second goal.
No, we got the second goal and the third goal.
Yeah, we got first goal in the first half.
Sorry, yes. So before they now started putting a lot of pressure, and the referee had to.
What about Chelsea's
substitution? The substitution was awful. That's Onyeka. Okay, he's no Chel. For me, if you talk about say from 2013 now, the Super Eagles, Keshi, of course, won the Nations Cup. Then you talk another coach that have impressed me for the Super Eagles is the one with Benin Republic now.
General.
Kenneth Raw.
Chell is the next person. I mean, if you look at his statistics
so far.
since he came, yes, he came at the point where what the Super Eagles needed was just to win games.
Exactly. No, don't do too much. Just win you.
But if you look at his games, I can hardly count how many matches he has lost in charge of the Super Eagles.
Right.
I don't think he's up to 3 matches he has lost. And he has played over 14 games.
Yes.
So, fine. Yes, what happened in that game that Chell did, lots of coaches do it.
Even the best of the best.
Lots
Even
of coaches, yes.
Ancelotti could do it too.
Lots of
Godinez
coaches do
could
it. I've seen a game where Mourinho substituted a player in the first half, removed him again before the game ended, and then because he didn't actually do what he told him to do. So yes, it was a mistake. I know he will look back and say, "Oh, I shouldn't have removed Onyeka in that game," but he will be thanking his stars they won. But Chell is not a bad coach. Eric Chell is not a bad coach. If he is a bad coach, I will say it.
But
what
beyond
about his tactics?
beyond the match against Tunisia, I've always had a problem with his substitutions. When it
That
comes to
has given him results.
exactly. But then, like you said, against which opponents? Do you understand? If we progress, like we probably said, beyond the round of 16 and then go into the quarterfinals and the semi-finals, and then when we jam this or when we meet this other supposed bigger countries in football in Africa, and then he makes that kind of substitutions,
You pay for it.
you
then.
pay for it. You pay for it. That is why I've said when we are playing the World Cup qualifiers, and then coming into this tournament, even the World Cup Africa playoff, I've always had issues with his substitutions because
I agree.
when he tends to make substitutions, Super Eagles begin to suffer.
The truth is, my own is not Chell. See, that is why I said it. The problem is not even Chell. The problem is the Super Eagles do not have the quality player that we think they do.
Then you maintain the ones you started with.
The truth of the
Rather
matter
than making the changes and then we
The truth of the matter
then we
is,
lose the
even
game.
if you go back to see that game, if you go back to see that Nigeria-Tunisia game, you will also not agree with me that Frank Onyeka was tired in that
You were
match.
tired.
No, he
Before
was
the finish,
injured.
yeah.
Frank Oyeka was injured. That was why he was
But
removed.
you see, but you are saying about Chell. You are blaming Chell for substituting him.
I'm not saying-
He said before the Tunisia game.
Before that's what
Out the Tunisia
that is what
game.
I'm saying. That in that Tunisia game, Nigerians were blaming Eric Chell for substituting Frank Onyeka.
Exactly.
I remember what Amorim said about Shesko when he came back. He said Shesko is a 70 minutes player because he's just come back from injury. So who told you that Frank Onyeka was 90 minutes? Since you said he's coming from an injury for the Tunisia game, he was not certified for 90 minutes. And then, excuse
I
me,
didn't
the coach.
I didn't say he was coming from injury. I said
he was
he
substituted.
got
He got
injured.
injured.
in
That is the same thing we are saying now. The man was injured before the game. So he was not fit to play 90 minutes.
He
And
was
the-
not injured before the game. Get me correct. I said he was injured in the game. That was
that was
why
why he was substituted now.
exactly.
Yes.
Now wait.
So now why are you blaming
No,
Chell?
I'm coming-
No.
I'm-
Why I'm countering you is you are blaming Chell. Now I just told you something. Like I will use another example now. When we put in the World Cup qualifiers against South Africa, in South Africa,
Yeah.
Osimhen was not in that game. He introduced Cyril Dizas. I think that was in that game.
Yeah. He
He
started.
Like, he was
Yes.
so cold.
No. I think it was one of those qualifying games that introduced Dezas.
It was
And
disastrous.
Dezas was disastrous. Thank you. And what did Chell do? Chell removed him again
Yes.
and introduced Tolu Arokondare.
Yeah.
That is Chell for you. Now, when after I remember Cosmos and Co were interviewing him, he was furious because sometimes we analyze and criticize without knowing what has happened behind the scene. I went back to see, it was just last night, I went back to see that game. There were points where Frank Onyeka did not follow his marker before he was substituted. Chell did not just move Frank Onyeka
What I'm
to
saying.
remove him.
When I say
That is why I came back to the depth in squad of the Super Eagles.
when I say-
I said Frank Onyeka now, who is
Deka.
who is somebody like
Deka,
Onyeka that will
Deka,
play there?
what I'm saying is this: we are leading 3-0 against Tunisia. Frank Oyeka got injured and you wanted to substitute him. Why not bring in a proper midfielder again,
Like who?
or a defender to show
Like
up the
who?
defense? I don't know. I don't fucking care.
No, you care. You should care because that is where it now boys. You are agreeing to what I'm saying now. Who is the person? I made mention
You
of.
do not. We are leading. The two players he introduced in that game, that is Moses
Simon
Simon and
and
Ejuke.
Ejike.
You all will agree with me that these guys they don't have the strength to.
So you
to
mean
make-
that Chair told them that they should go there and not play? A Juke that we know is a good midfielder.
Deka, you already know what I'm talking about. You already know what I'm
I don't know what you're
talking
talking about.
about.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that. See, for me, I'm not blaming Chell one bit. I'm not blaming Chell because you know when I criticize Amorim a lot, I look at the squad first before I criticize the coach.
So for you, the squad depth doesn't give him the
Yes,
option.
doesn't give him the option to.
But he was the one that called them now. He should know.
You have to call 28 players.
Exactly where I want to point.
Yes,
out.
he was the one.
Except
He was the
something-
one that called these players to camp. Yes, I agree. He made. If you check at that, if you go through that list, initial list of 52 players, you agree with me that the 52 players we are just the best 52 players that we have in Nigeria. Now, if you look at these 8, you wouldn't name one midfielder that was supposed to be there that didn't come. That you would have said, okay, Frank Onyeka is not there, the midfielder will be there. Where the abundance of talent we have in Nigeria is in attack. The only players who will be clamoring now that they were not there is attackers. And then our defenders is the boy from Dende that got injured. What is the young last name? Frederick. Because he was injured. That was why he's not in this squad. You will not look at any midfielder in the world that is from Nigeria and say, this guy supposed to be the Super Eagles AFCON team.
Based on performance.
So it's not just fault. Right. He had the 52 players. You saw it. So if you now look at this team now with him, yes, he called them. But I'm still telling you that we think that the Super Eagles have depth in squad. We don't. Okay, what happens if Wilfred is injured? You know there's no defensive midfielder there that is proven. Have we asked ourselves the truth? No, what if Onyeka, Frank Onyeka and Ndidis are injured? So we'll say Chair can't play 4.
Chair will play 4.
Chair will play 4 now. Is that what we are saying?
And then Dika will play 9.
Or Wilfred Ndidi is having a bad day. No, Simon can't play 4. The truth is we don't have depth in squad. That is, I said something here. I saw the Cameroon game yesterday. There is depth in squad. Depth in squad does not mean that...
Compared to the Super Eagles.
Depth in squad does not mean that you have names. It is the quality.
Adequate replacement.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Compared to the Super Eagles, Cameroon.
We analyze...
compared to Super Eagles,
yes,
Cameroon.
You know name.
Cameroon has more quality on the bench compared to Super Eagles. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Look at no, it's not about made and talk. Let's look at if you want us to scrutinize these players. We just made bench warmers that we have in the Super Eagles. That even in the championship, Osayi Samuel, your right back, is a bench warmer.
Doesn't play.
He doesn't play.
Which teams do the Cameroonians play? Cameroonian players. Which clubs are they playing for in the league?
Belabe in Brighton. Which Super Eagles midfielder, Richard?
You
want to expose yourself?
You said something.
Is it Brian Mbeumo?
You said something.
You want us to start calling them?
You said something.
You
said they have more depth.
Excuse me now.
That
Let me tell you something.
What you're practically saying is...
Let me shock you.
What you're practically saying is that Cameroon has better players on the bench compared to the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Those players on the bench. Those players on the bench in Cameroon go to French League on. They start matches. Your players that start matches for you in the championship, they sit on the bench. That's what I'm telling you. It's not you are looking at it because Frank Onyeka plays for Brentford, but he's on the bench. You compare a Cameroon player that plays in the French League or that starts games.
How many Super Eagles players? How many Super Eagles players started that match? I mean, the starting 11 for Super Eagles against Tunisia. How many of them plays on the bench for that clubs?
Let me mention them. I will start from his goalkeeper. Your number 1 plays for Chippa United in South Africa. Excuse me now.
Let's in their clubs
from the bench. Osayi Samuel plays from the bench.
Okay.
Ajayi plays from the bench.
Ajayi starts ball for West Brom now.
No, he doesn't.
What are we
He's
saying?
not a regular starter.
You want us to go there?
Wait. If you call Ajayi Samuel, I will agree with you. If you call
Zaidu Sanusi.
No, not. I mean the starters.
Frank Onyeka.
If you call Frank this season, he has not been starting for Brentford.
Are you going to? Why are we having this discussion now?
The rest of the
my
players,
brother, because you know these players, you don't. Do you take time? Take your time to check other teams. You will check the Egyptian team or you check the Moroccan team.